Oh yeah, I was waiting for the introduction, so I'm not really butting in. So yes, as you can see, this is gonna be our second series for today. It is gonna be CHAKAIMOOK from Thailand versus, oh by the way, that means bubble tea and that's so cute, versus Killer Gaming from Japan. So in terms of some trivias for these teams, Killer Gaming was actually you guys held a Wild Rift Arena tournament last December, and it was Killer Gaming who won. So they were the champions, but we can see now that as we move forward with a lot more events, we can see more teams really showing what they can do in the competitive scene of League of Legends Wild Rift.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chakaimuk, just a little bit of trivia for them as well. They during the open qualifiers, they are the ones who actually won 5-0 against all the rest of the teams, and they even managed to
Ooh.
beat Next Play Esports slash Aether Rift. But this
Ooh.
group stages, they got beaten by Next Play or Aether. So that's quite interesting. But I feel like Chakaimuk in terms of skills, seems like they got an upper hand in here compared to Killer Gaming.
Killer Gaming. Let's take a look at a band pick right off the bat. We talk about their past histories, their records. I think that was really good information. Now you know the first game is already started, you can see. So from Killer Gaming, let's take a look at our picks. We do have Camille, we have Misfortune, Lulu, Twisted Fate, and Wukong. An interesting wombo combo. Also, they're pretty good at small skirmishes thanks to Camille's ultimate. And then on the other side, on CHAKAIMOOK, we actually have, as you see on screen right now, Lee Sin, Aurelion Sol, Alistair, and Akali. Interesting.
I like that you. Yeah, sorry, I just noticed that. I like that you didn't put that logo or POV from the side from the stream of what was that again
Killer
of Team Killer Gaming, because they had it for themselves already.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we can talk about the matchup in the bot lane part of the map. So Lulu, Misfortune, Alistar, and Akaisa.
Yeah.
I think this is a fair matchup, but who do you think got a better advantage in terms of clearing the waves?
I mean, starting off the game, you're definitely gonna have the advantage going to Killer Gaming because Lulu and Misfortune are just lane bullies. Right? Look at the position of the lane right now.
Yeah.
Kaisa can't even get close to the last hit. She can't even get close for experience. They're stuck in the tower. Excuse me, stuck under the tower.
And that's bad.
Yeah, and while they're out of position, I mean, Killer Gaming, they just sit across the lane to make sure you don't get any farm at all. They're not shoving the wave. They're last hitting accurately. So at this point, Misfortune is already 2.5, where the ADC from Team CHAKAIMOOK had just reached level 2.
Yeah, definitely. They are having a hard time with the whimsy skill of Lulu in here. That's a really good way to zone out the members. And we talk about the minion waves getting missed by Kaisa. Oh wow, that's a lot of notifications showing up on your screen, man. But yeah, there's a lot of XP that they're missing. Look, he is only level 2 right now, while Misfortune is already at 3, as well as the Lulu. So that's looking bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Team CHAKAIMOOK on the Dragon Lane right now. But again, early game you cannot tell because with a little bit lane disadvantage is fine as long as you don't feed kills. This little bit disadvantage will be trivial as we scale late into the game because they do have Kaisa, and Kaisa just gets stronger the longer the game goes. You know, she can one-shot people with the ultimate jumping in and skill 1.
Interestingly enough, they managed to survive that pressure come from Lulu and Misfortune, given the fact that there was no early ganks come from the Lee Sin. And it feels like Lee Sin is just taking his time to get the farms that he needs, despite, we know that Lee Sin can do early ganks.
Yeah.
Compared to any other, other jungler that we have on the other side? Wukong, which is Wukong.
Yeah. I was surprised that Lee Sin didn't come help. That's number one, because lane was still pushed up to him. But your lane is losing. I mean, I think another reason you can help really easily because Alistair is ready to engage at any time, and they do have some damage. Already still rotates really well. So I'm kind of lost why Lee Sin didn't help earlier, because this could be in a lane when you know your opposition is that close to your tower. That creates space for you to gank. But at this point, Kaisa still passed through the early phases safely, which is the objective, the goal. In either way, every road leads to Rome. However you say that.
Yeah. But I guess the reason why he did not really go for that invade, the trust is in there. You can see that they are already able to catch up with the level, but hold the thought. Oh, was that a replay? Okay.
No, just
We
switch
just
perspective to killer game.
It's a switch perspective in here. We are now here in the Baron lane perspective matchup between that Camille and Akali. But yeah, going back to the topic in the bot lane part of the map a while ago, or rather, we just see that casualty already. Lulu going down onto the hands of Lizzie, not seeing that perspective right now. But as you can see in the minimap, top lane part of the map, a lot of action is still happening. Seems like the Alistar is going for that CC and its setup just to stop the members of Killer Gaming in potentially doing what they want to do. And this is a Wukong going down, and hey, that's their jungler.
Well, they got the dragon. I mean the team CHAKAIMOOK got the dragon. We're talking about early game, they can be bad, but it doesn't matter. They got a dragon. They got an early game team fight. They killed a Wukong. They almost killed the Misfortune also. Bottom side, we can see a little bit of action here from.
Oh man, that is an Akali that is still as powerful right now. Many people are actually asking for a nerf on this one, but in here in the middle lane, we can see more action pack happening right now. Wukong's gonna go down the second time, and that is more bad news going on to the side of Killer Gaming.
Yeah.
So.
Very interesting turn of event. Let's quickly take a look at a little bit of highlights from the last team fight at a dragon. Very interestingly, that on the dragon side, the team fight that happened, the Kaisaya could have killed the Misfortune. He landed the skill 2. He could have jumped in for the ultimate. I feel like he just feel extra sympathetic today. So it didn't finish off the kill. But nonetheless, it was pretty good. Meanwhile, at the same time, coming back to the main cast, the Camille once again fall on her lane, unfortunately, with a 3-man tower dive.
Yes, and him going down twice already. So Killer Gaming, the Baron laner went down twice. So as their jungler going down twice as well. They need to catch up, and I think they need to be very more careful in the positions that they want to go for in the map. But I like the decision that they're doing up there on the top side, wherein they're going for a push and putting a lot of pressure onto the Akali. And maybe this time they're saying, okay, we cannot give any more onto that Akali, but this is going to give position for CHAKAIMOOK to actually go for that Rift Herald. And how important Rift Herald is, especially on the very important moments when you really want to go for that turret takes. That is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have Rift Herald, a lot of teams choose to drop the Rift Herald down mid, because mid tower tends to be one of the harder towers to siege. And once you have the tier 1 tower, though, you really have the control over enemy map. But before that, a little bit more skirmish happening.
And I think they are trying to successfully escape. Maybe not the Camille, though, because look at that. Will he get taken down? But the killer is taken here. There we go. The Icathian Rain as well will fall down and kill that Camille onto the side of Killer Gaming. And this is more pressure coming in onto the middle lane. Not too sure if they're going to place down the Rift Herald as of yet. No, not yet. They lost the minion waves in the middle lane, so they're just going to be going for a reset. And just go back, maybe do their own thing once more.
Yep, a little bit of running away, a little bit of last attempt from the Camille to run away here. Killer KG Take, I think that's the way I read his name, not Take, Take.
Not Take, it's Take, because we're talking about a Japanese.
Ooh, mid lane.
Oh no.
More skirmish. It turned out that Aurelion Sol does take it down this Misfortune once again. Even you have the early game comp. One thing I do want to point out. Once you have, if you know your marksman lane is winning really hard, ADC lane is winning really hard, Monkey could have rotated to help tower dive early on. But that didn't happen. And then at the same time, from CHAKAIMOOK's side, they didn't help either. So it was just bottom lane. It was even lane, even though Killer Gaming had a little bit of pressure early game, but that pressure surely diminished at this point of the game. And Kaisaya is already scaling. You know Kaisaya have upgraded her level 1, skill 1. Oh, Camille jumping in.
Oh, really nice set, but unfortunately, that's a lot of members from the side of CHAKAIMOOK you're dealing up against with Pulverize. Gonna be connecting on to one more member on the side of Team Killer Gaming, and this is gonna be it. They're gonna be taking down in the first turret in the game in here in the middle lane of Killer Gaming, and oh, look at that Killer Instinct just taking down one more member from the side of Killer Gaming. That's a lot of
Ooh.
objectives. That's a wipeout. That's a lot of kills, and potentially even, unfortunately, they lost the minion waves in the mid. But that's a great position that they're in already.
Yeah, let's take a look off that replay once again. It's Camille's all into the bullet time. I think that was a really, really good combo. But right after that, the triple kill from Aurelion Sol. This guy is absolutely humongous at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, but you see the Alistar try to intercept that Twisted Fate ultimate when he comes in, instantly CC, the Killer Gaming jumps in. That's so much damage. This Kaisa, like I said, the longer the game goes, the scary she becomes. And right now, we're not even late game. She's already 207, the first skill upgraded, looking to upgrade to skill 3 at this point, really in a short period amount of time. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Killer Gaming at all. Now is once again another skirmish bottom side.
Yeah, and we saw how Killer Gaming attempted to even bully that Akali a while ago in the Baron lane, but apparently it just did not happen. Instead, it just gave away the Rift Herald from a while ago. And look at this. This is just them, maybe macro-wise. Killer Gaming just didn't really pull it
Alistar?
off. But yeah, oh, here we go. Another nice setup coming up from the Alistar. He's just basically soaking in all the damage. Well, if the damage is even present from the side of Killer Gaming. But yeah, this is really good space so far for CHAKAIMOOK.
Engage after engage after engage. Oh. I
Oh,
mean, it's just
man,
something to show the power of Alistar, really. We talked about yesterday how Alistar is still the tier S support. And today, you've seen it once again. I mean, this hero's engage is just so direct, but you know he's coming. The thing is, there's not too much you can do about it. Oh, there we go,
Right,
the
it's
upgrade.
Yeah, and of course, even the passive coming up from the Triumphant Roar, coming from the Alistar is just helping a lot in giving more sustain and survivability for his teammates as well. But yeah, now, Killer Gaming, what can they do at this point in this match? Should they really allow the engages to happen, which I think is, going to be a bad idea, but because they don't really have a frontliner in their composition, who is it going to be? Are you just going to be relying on the ultimate of that Lulu for maybe your damage dealers to tank everything up? But for the meantime, we talk about the 1v1 fight ongoing here onto the top side, the Akali versus the Camille. Ooh, okay, no casualties. Really nice, safe, and respect move coming from the Akali as well, respecting the Camille. But yeah, that was a lot of pressure. But meantime, in the middle lane, they take down another turret in here from the side of
Ooh.
Killer Gaming. And again, that's massive position in the map
Yeah.
right now for...
Twisted Fate being taken down, mid-tier 2 tower. Doesn't like to stand any longer. And on the other side, Baron Siege seems to be happening
Ooh.
from CHAKAIMOOK.
And man, I think I consider this for free because I don't think there's any way for Killer Gaming to even contest that area. They don't even have a global skill to try to attempt for a skill on that one. But yeah, they're in a tough position. But so now, Dave, I ask you this question: what's the potential comeback for Killer Gaming?
I mean, I don't count Killer Gaming out yet at this point. He still have on one combo. We know Alistar's engage is really good, but engage is not the only thing in this game. We talk about that you mentioned that they have the Lulu ultimate. As long as that is used properly, let's say on a target that Alistar engage, or they spread out a little bit properly, have Alistar engage on a not so significant member. Let's say Lulu, and Lulu ult herself. That's also possible.
Oh, man.
If you can bait out, look at how large that thing is. What the?
It's covering the whole screen, like literally.
Yeah.
That was massive, and yeah, it's gonna be hard. So we talk about again the potential comeback from the side of Killer Gaming. Lulu, the only champion that I can see maybe he can make use of her ultimate with is the Wukong. The knockup from the Wukong might be helpful, but the problem in here, they're really at a huge discrepancy as to what Team CHAKAIMOOK already has. And as you can see, they're just obliterating all of the members as of the moment in the base of Team Killer Gaming. They just can't do anything about it.
Nope.
This is gonna be because they have a Baron buff still. And these are super minions we're talking about.
Yep, the super minions are just rampaging through the base of Killer Gaming at this point.
Oh, did they lose all?
Yeah, they lose all the high ground towers, inhibitor towers. I mean, one standing, but it's gonna lose.
They are about to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, at this point, oh, look at engagement once again.
Yes, they are, and I think this is gonna be it anytime soon. Looks like they're just gonna get more kills and just take away the members. And yes, they're gonna be focus firing onto that Nexus, and that was quite a dominating win for CHAKAIMOOK. And I think the my guess from a while ago was just on point. Like by history, by background, CHAKAIMOOK is just quite dominating, even from the open qualifiers.
And they're bringing in this game. They're bringing pain. They're not playing around. They want to end the game quick. They want to go home. I mean, they're already home, but they want to go to the next match. They want to go play some rank. They're done with the tournament. Like, they're ready, dude. I mean, despite the fact that they lost last week, coming in, like, showing us how dominant they can be, how scary this team can be. Look at that performance, right? Look at the farm, the differences. KG might have an easier early game with the picks that they had, but CHAKAIMOOK just followed up with their competition a lot better.